Hey friends, what's up? Happy New Year! My name is Sean Bierka. For those that don't know me, I am a dance teacher and martial arts instructor based in Boston, Massachusetts, with over 30 years of movement experience. Today, I have 4 tips on how you can start learning dance in 2022. So first things first, what are you gonna learn? Where are you gonna learn it? Who are you gonna learn it from? When people ask me about getting into dance, what style works for them, first thing I say is, what kind of music do you like to listen to? Go move to that. If you like hip hop music, go take a hip hop class. If you like salsa music, go take a salsa class. If you see a certain type of movement that you like, but you don't really like the music, maybe you can go learn it, but if the music moves you, you're gonna wanna move to it. So from there, you have to find whether there's people that teach that style where you live. But the nice thing about today's current climate is there's a lot of good online resources too. So you can look up what you want, maybe on YouTube or look on Google, find people that teach the things that you want to learn. And if you don't know where to look or who to trust really, try to go off of recommendations, maybe from friends or people that have interacted with the people online. Sometimes you can find someone on YouTube or Instagram that teaches short lessons. Like for me, I like to post short lesson clips just to kind of stimulate people that want to learn something new for their dance. So if you see people interacting with stuff like that in a positive way, maybe that's a good place to start. But ultimately, if you have friends that have learned dance or that know where to look, go off of people that you trust so you can find the right resource for you. So second, once you're in your learning environment or you're getting ready to maybe watch some video tutorials, you have to set your expectations for what the learning experience is gonna be. And for dance, you're gonna be moving around a lot. You're gonna be huffing and puffing. You're gonna be sweating. You're gonna be doing things that are really confusing and don't make sense right away if you're new to dance. So you have to go off of what your experience is and try to tailor your expectations to what those experiences are. For me, I was lucky to come into dance after having a good foundation in martial arts for about a little over a decade. So I already had some coordination, I had some flexibility, I could generate power with my body. I could do a lot of things, but I had to get my mind in the right frame to learn the dance properly. For you, maybe your athleticism or your flexibility, your coordination, your memory, maybe it's not as high as you want it to be, so you have to set an expectation for yourself that it's gonna be a little tricky right off the bat. If you know it's gonna be tricky, but you know you wanna learn it, you're gonna get somewhere. No problem, as long as you have a good teacher. So set the expectations for yourself so that you don't feel like the first time you're challenged, you don't feel like you're gonna quit. You don't wanna, the only way you lose at any of this stuff is if you stop altogether, but spend some time struggling, spend some time learning, spend some time figuring out how you fit into this new activity that you're pursuing. I promise you'll get somewhere. It just takes a little time. So third, once you set your expectations, you know what you're in for, or maybe you don't know what you're in for, but you're cool with that. You have to think about how you're gonna build your toolbox. What are your tools? How do you use them? When do you use them? If you're in a beginner house class with me, for example, I'm gonna give you some tools. I'm gonna give you music that you can find basic rhythms in. For example, the song I'm playing in the background. You can find that kick drum as a way to keep your time. Then I give you movements. Maybe I tell you to move your feet. Step, 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 step. Maybe I tell you to use your shoulders. Bounce, 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 bounce. Giving you basic tools that you can use to connect to the music. Then you can get into vocabulary. Here's a very specific step. Here's how to do it. Here's how to do it well. Here's how to practice it. You start doing that to the music and trying to connect your body's coordination to what you hear. If you can learn while watching or listening and doing at the same time, you might learn faster than someone that has to just watch or just listen or just do. But don't worry about how fast you learn. Just know how you learn, set your expectations, and then start to build your toolbox. The fourth thing, you've got your style, you've got your teacher, you've set your expectations, you have some tools in your toolbox. How do you develop them? Practice, practice, practice. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Fail, fail, fail. Start slow. You're not going to get it right away. And if you do, you got lucky. Or you had some experience that helped you learn a little faster. So my recommendation, again, for house, the tempo of the music is a little bit more upbeat. But when you practice, try to practice slow. Try to find how you can develop how your body moves in a way that makes the movement feel easier over time. For example, if you're learning how to run, you're not going to go sprint as hard as you can the first time you go out running. You're going to get really tired, you're going to get frustrated, you're not going to feel great. You have to start a little slower when you're jogging. Maybe set a certain length of distance that you're going to jog, or maybe a certain period of time that you're going to jog. Start slow. Then the more you practice just getting up and jogging, you can jog for a longer time. You can jog faster. If you need to slow down, you know how to slow down, take your time, rest, relax, and get back to it. So when you're learning the dance, same thing. Don't jump in thinking that you're going to be a professional right away. If you're a beginner and you are a little worried that maybe it takes a little longer time, that's good. That time is going to develop resilience. It's going to develop confidence when you start to see little improvements. If you have a good teacher, they will tell you what you need to work on, what looks good, and where to go from there. So start slow, start simple. That goes for the movement and the music. You don't have to hear everything right away in the music. Just find maybe one or two sounds that you can identify and dance to and move to, and then see where you can go from there. Same thing with movement. Don't try to learn all the steps right away. Try to get a couple steps really good and then learn how to play with them before you move on to something else. So to summarize, try to find some learning resources. Where are you going to go learn from? Set your expectations. Be realistic with yourself. Start to build your toolbox. And once you do that, be patient. Work slow, work simple, and build yourself up from there. Like I said, it's 2022. There's a lot of good teachers out there. There's a lot of online resources. I have some online learning resources. I also teach in person. If you're looking for something different, maybe I can help refer you to somebody else. I've been lucky to have a lot of good teachers and meet a lot of good people that know what they're talking about in the dance world. So if you need some help, I'm here to help you. But I hope that you enjoy your learning experience, whatever you choose to learn in 2022 and beyond. And just remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So take your time, enjoy the ride, you're gonna get somewhere. Peace.